Now, at Mrs. Gathering of Legal Minds, we have honored to host Dr. Cholaraja M. Sir, a champion of intellectual property. Dr. Cholaraja M. is an assistant professor at Campus Law Center, University of Delhi, specializing in corporate law. He has over 8 years of teaching experience. He has PhD in digital right management as a testament to his dedication to the ever-evolving legal frontier. His admin is well-stocked, a law degree with honors, a master on intellectual property and corporate law. His domain extends beyond corporate law, encompassing corporate structure, information technology, constitution, and comparative constitutional law. He has presented paper at national and international conferences. Prestigious journals have borne within its scholarly powers, and his editorial hand has guided countless publications toward brilliance. His achievements culminated into a glorious victory, the Intothai Educational Excellence Award, bestowed upon him for his excellence as both teacher and researcher. His influence transcended borders. A lifetime member of the International Council of Jurists, Dr. Cholaraja M. lends his expertise to legal publication and conferences across the globe. From bustling streets of Singapore to Ganjar of Thailand, his voice resounds with the authority. Sir is more than a professor, he is a legal luminary, a champion of intellectual property, and a tireless advocate for a just and equitable digital world. Sir, we are truly honored by your presence today. With that, I invite Sir to welcome this gathering. Sir, please.
The welcome speech, something important to everyone. So I try to introduce the guest and important luminaries particularly. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and honored speakers, as we draw inspiration from the ancient wisdom of Yadum Ure Yavarum Kelir. Yadum Ure Yavarum Kelir, which means the timeless mantra. We know that every country is my own and all people are my kin. So the global scenario, the global village, we want to understand that. So each and everybody, our relatives, each and every nation is like our own nation. It's our village. We converge today as a global community, united in our quest for knowledge, progress, and sustainable future. It is profound privilege to welcome you to the Singapore International Conference on Sustainable and Innovative Practice 2024, a momentous gathering of minds that will explore the vital theme of the harmonizing progress, indicating sustainability and innovation access, discipline in global scenario. The theme embodies the very essence of our collective aspirations as we strive to strike a balance between progress and sustainability, invention and harmony. For brighter future that celebrate our shared humanity, particularly on behalf of the entire conference team and our esteemed conference secretary, Honorable Professor Dr. Prakash Divagaran, Pro Vice Chancellor of Himalayan University, Itanagar, AP. I am delighted to elucidate the significance of the theme, which reference the cornerstone of four collective pursuit of better world. The theme words are imbued with a profound, unique and wisdom-filled meaning, which are illustrated as follows. The theme, particularly the word harmonizing. The word harmonizing tries to mean that balancing and coordinating the different elements to work together in harmony. The another word, the next word, progress. The progress mean here the relentless pursuit of advancement and development across various domains. Then again the integrating, the theme, the word integrating mean that the fusion of disparate disciplines, approach and ideas into the cohesive and comprehensive whole. Then the word sustainability, the mindful stewardship of resource, ensuring that the present needs are met without compromising the ability to the future generation for thrive. Then the word innovation, the creative spark that ignitive new invention, solution, products and service, adding value to our world. Then again across the discipline, the word across the discipline in the theme, a multidisciplinary approach that transcends boundaries, spanning various fields of study, expertise and industries. The global scenario, the word global scenario of the theme is a consideration of the complex, interconnected world we live in, acknowledge both the challenges and opportunities that shape our global landscape. As a law professor, I am honored to have the privilege of highlighting the relevant legal aspect of this theme in my welcome remarks, and I am eager to seize this opportunity to do so. Let us delve in the legal facts of harmonizing progress. If you look at that, I took it 10 different headings: environmental law, international law, energy law, competition, transportation, technology, human rights, intellectual property, dispute resolution. These are the emerging areas in the global scenario. If I want to highlight that, even I will share my speech also in the PDF version. If you look at that, when we simply said about environmental law, the environmental law, it is not only the state subject nowadays, it is international subject. If you look at that various law in the Paris Convention 2015, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in 1992, then the Basel Convention in 1989, Stockholm Convention in 2001, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in 2015, European Union Green Deal in 2019, United States Clean Air Act in 1970, India's Environmental Act in 1986, China's Environmental Protection Law in 2014. If you look at that, each and every country, they have the international, the global level to update their basic law and necessary steps towards to protect it. If you look at this, the international law, international aspect also, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we know that, and the gate regarding the intellectual property, then WTO related agreements. Then again, if you look at that, the Paris Agreement on Climate Change in 2015, the United Nations Convention C, Law and C. Then the agreement of Asian related one, and the Indian Constitution also, they have the provisions. If you look at this 51A in the Constitution of India, and then again 253 of the Constitution of India, the special laws regarding the international, they had it, the bilateral treaties, multilateral treaties, agreements, time to time they updated. So without law, in this particular harnessing the subject, it is not accept anything under the purview of the law. So it is not only in the international. If you look at this corporate law also, the corporate nowadays, the business, it's not only about the business, the regulations, not only along with the regulations, the two countries or three or more countries, those multilateral agreement also, nowadays it is very global scenario. When we can travel, we simply travel one place to other place. But if you look at that, when booking the online contract, whatever the application might be, the app might be. It is also involved in our natural life each and everywhere. If you look at this regarding that, the corporate law related, Substance Auxiliary Act in 2002, that USA, they also try to make it there. Then UK Companies Act in 2006, then European General Data Protection Regulations in 2018, then California Sustainable Corporate Governance in 2020, India's companies rules, particularly 2014, and they updated in 2022 and 23 also the regulations. Then Australian Corporation Act. If you look at this, the subject matter, same corporate law regarding the Canadian Business Corporation Act 1985, the Japanese Companies Act in 2005. So wherever you can go, the corporate law aspect touching each and every aspect of the human life. We cannot neglect or remove or we cannot avoid at any kind of way. Then if you look at this energy law, the latest, we know that in 1980s what exactly happened, that we are not that much of aware, UK and US. Now, if you look at that in India also, we have that particularly the laws related, National Solar Mission 2010. Then they update time to time. When you look at this international scenario in China, that is renewable energy law in 2019, then European Union's renewable energy directive in 2018. If you look at the US, Solar Energy Industrial Associations, SIA, in 2000, then again Energy Conservation Act in India, 2001, and the Electricity Act, if you look at this in India, regarding the energy law. We have, regarding the subject of energy law also in the international, in the global level of each and every countries. When we look at this transportation, the Motor Vehicle Act in India, if you look at this in India or Japan or US and UK, if you look at this China's Electrical Vehicle Development Act, then India you might be knowing that the children, when you are traveling, the father will be punished, the family member will be punished without license if they met an accident. The fine also increases 20,000 rupees. The traffic rule violation, the online challan, it is improved in Indian level, in Indian scenario also. If you look at this, everywhere, the technology along with the law. So we know that data productions and AI, artificial intelligence, if I want to give the example of that, if you look at that, the General Data Protection Regulation 2018, the European Union. Then again, if you look at that, the California Consumer Privacy Act in 2018, then Indian Personal Data Act, we might be knowing that 2019 and 2021 and 2022 also, they're updating, but it is not finalized yet, but it is not avoidable. India also, further they're updating time to time. Then if you look at that EU Cyber Security Act 2019, then USA Cyber Security Act and Infrastructure Society Agencies. Then again, China's Cyber Security Law in 2017. Then again, EU Digital Service Act in 2020. So, regarding the technology also, it is not way to express or maybe missing that. They try to add it. We cannot say that every law is updated version, it is the well versed, it is merits only. They have demerits also. If you look at this in the WhatsApp conversation, before 2015, it is not exactly the evidence. After the COVID-19, we know that even sending the notice, each and every transaction, each and every message, the law and order, even the bail petitions, what the court declared, you can send it to through the WhatsApp. The court authorities, the jail authorities, they want to consider as a proper printed legal notice. So, in the technological aspect also, we have that. Then in the humanitarian law, we know that UDHR and ILO, then Indian Constitution also, they have various provisions, or 3 of the Constitution. Then again, Indian National Health Policy, then EU Charter, the fundamental rights related one, then USA Civil Rights Act, then Indian Maternity Benefit Act also, in the South African Constitution. If you look at this, wherever the human rights, it is not only the special law in the international level, their own country, each and every country, they try to adapt those provisions or maybe the direct laws also. Then intellectual property law, we know that. If you look at this, after the WIPO, they have that, the minimum protection of the law, copyright, patent, geographical indication, plant varieties, biodiversities. It is not only in India, each and every countries, they try to make it the minimum protection law, 163 countries regarding the copyright. Maybe the drawback in the least developed countries, they are not trying to make it up to the level of the law, but they try to make it the minimum protection of intellectual property also. If you look at this dispute resolution, the international arbitration, international commercial arbitration and dispute resolutions, they have multi companies, they try to make it international arbitration organization related. If you look at this Singapore International Arbitration, if you look at this Thailand, they have the multilateral agreements. If you look at that, even the China and US and UK, they try to make it the updated version. Even in India, the most of the judges now they're supporting that Lok Adalat and the ADR system. They try to make it. So we cannot avoid the global scenario of law without the sustainable development. So when you look at each and every aspect of that, when you go to the hospital, when you go to the farming, when you go to the foreign tour, so each and every moment of life, that is why our title, the theme is very wider. It is not simply wider, it is meaningful. It is not meaningful, not only the meaningful, it is inique. It is not only the inique, it is a various wisdom fulfilled under the theme of our conference. If I want to highlight that, exactly the pinpoint about our theme. It is try to integrate sustainability and innovation across discipline. explore cutting-edge solutions and technologies for sustainable development, foster collaboration and interdisciplinary approach, address global challenge and create the harmonious and sustainable future. So, through the provoking discussion, debate and networking opportunities, we will learn from each other's experience and work together towards a common goal, a sustainable and proposed future for all. In this regard, I welcome all esteemed guests, honored speaker and distinguished dignitaries. Especially, I extend to a warm welcome to our President Address Speaker, Dr. Andro Dadas, Neville Wadia Institute of Management Studies and Research, Pune, India. Then, and our inaugural address speaker, Dr. Vandana Mishra Chaturvedi, Vice Chancellor, D.Y. Patil Deemed University, Navi, Mumbai, India. Then our guest of honor include Dr. Ilango Ramaswamy, Professor of Finance, Officers of International Affairs and Global Partnership Alliance, University, Bangalore. Dr. Kon Kach Lee, Director of Program, Associate Professor Business Communication and Design, Cluster, Singapore Institute of Technology, Singapore. Then Professor Dr. Pastor Abulas Jaya, Dean, University of Perpetual Health, Molino Campus, Philippines. So we also have a special address, speakers from various countries. I would like to express my gratitude to our conference secretary, Professor Dr. Prakash Divakaran, and all our well-wishers, Professor Gauri Ramesh, Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar University, Professor Rajalakshmi, HOD Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar University, and my beloved friend, that in others, particularly that Dr. Dakshina Saraswati, and conference co-chairman, and advisory board, specific advisory and review board, resource persons, chair, technical sessions, speaker, participation, technical staff, and association. Let us work together to harmonize progress and create a brighter future of ourselves and future generation. Yadum Ure, Yavarum Kelir. That is means the world is ours, all are our relatives. So please join with me. Yadum Ure, please repeat it. Yadum Ure, Yavarum Kelir. Yadum Ure, Yavarum Kelir. So that is mean we are the relative. We want to consider each and everyone is our kith and kin. So we have the responsibility to do something that the sharing knowledge, making the law, progress, update. So thank you for joining us on this important journey. Thank you so much. A warm welcome to everyone. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's once again give a big round of applause for the Dr. Cholaraja M for his provocative thoughts about the law in sustainability.